Now that all the Premier League 25-26 home kits have come out, pretty much, I think it's probably right for me to rank them all. So we're going to be going from 20th to 1st, and 20th is the worst one, and 1st is the best one, if you know what I mean. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, let's start off with 20th, and I've gone with Brentford. I think everyone can agree on this one now that it's last. It's just something about it, isn't there? It's probably the sponsor, which is terrible, of course. But in my opinion, it's that collar. It's kind of got that weird cut at the front and the weird black line going down it. It just doesn't really work. And alongside of that, the sleeve cuffs don't really finish as well, and just doesn't look very good. So let's move on to 19th. Moving on to 19th place now, and I've gone with Tottenham. I think Tottenham's kit isn't very good this season just because of that sleeves. Like, there's something gone wrong with that. There's just weird kind of grey colour in it, and last season was so much better than this kit, and they've really ruined it, to be honest, in my opinion. So yeah, 19th. I don't really mind the centrised badges, and people kind of complain about the sponsor not being navy, but I don't mind it, to be honest. So let's move on to 18th now. One of the newly made or the newly released kits is the Sunderland home kit, which is not amazing. They've gone with centrised badges, which is probably the downwards of me, or the downwards of the kit, in my opinion. I don't really like how the Hummel's got the full text overwards. I think it should just be the little B or whatever. And the sponsor's not very good as well. I expect better from Hummel, to be honest, but it's not a very good kit in my opinion. So let's move on to 17th. 17th place, I've got Manchester City, which is quite surprising, I'd assume, to some of you, but I really just don't like this kit. I think it's just a really boring, basic kit, and to be honest, I didn't actually know that Man City were synonymous with striker or a sash before this, but whatever. The sash looks like it's been painted on, which I don't really like that effect. I think if you're going to do a sash, actually do a sash. And apart from that, this, I don't like why the sponsor and the Puma logo are navy. That doesn't really work for me. And also apparently that they might go with black shorts and socks, which is just not good at all. So let's move on to 16th. Moving on to 16th, we've gone with Brighton, which again is quite surprising. There's nothing bad happened with this kit. It's just such a boring kit in my opinion. It's just this Brighton always do the same kind of home kit, and this is just another one of them. Apparently, the only thing that really stands out of Footy Headlines is that they've gone with a new coloured Nike tick, which is amazing, isn't it? Apart from that, it's just the same stripes, a space for the sponsor. It's just really boring, in my opinion. 15th place now, and I've gone with Burnley, which is, I think it's just a boring kit. It's way too purple to be Burnley, and I don't really like that it doesn't have the sky blue sleeves. I think it just works really well for them. Just a really boring kit, in my opinion, and of course, that really terrible sponsor as well. So, yet again, let's move on. For 14th place, I've gone with West Ham, just because it's a really boring kit in my opinion. There's nothing really that stands out for me on this kit. Last season, I think the badges just stood out for me so much, and I think I really liked them, even though it was quite controversial. But this one, it's just another boring kit. It's just the claret with them. The only thing that's really special is the things under the arms, which are just really boring, isn't it? So yeah. 13th place now, and I've gone with Liverpool, which I'm surprised because some people say that the Man United kit is worse than the Liverpool kit, but it's not. The Liverpool kit is literally what it's going to be leaked to look like. It's literally just the Adidas template in red with white template things going on. It's really boring. There's no pattern on it. But the reason I put it above some of the other ones because at least it looks different from the seasons before. So I've got to give that at least. The next three spaces were really close together. There's only minor details that could really differentiate them. So I've gone with Everton next. I think it's fine. I don't mind the pattern, but apparently it's got something to do with the stadium because it's waves. I quite like the collar as well. Just a really simple, basic kit, but I don't really like the sponsor as well, of course. But apart from that, it's a decent kit, I guess. Moving on to 11th place, and I've gone with Bournemouth. I think this might be the most new release kit. I don't know, it's not. Fulham is, but it's a fine kit, I guess. Apparently, the stuff inside the stripes are meant to be sand, which is a bit random, but I guess they're a seaside place, aren't they? But it's just that sponsor, really, isn't it? I just can't really unsee it, which is annoying because it's been dragged down because of it. Before we move on to the top 10, I just ask for a small favour. We're trying to get more subscribers than Man City fans before 2008, which obviously wasn't that many, so please subscribe. Back to the video. Speak of the devil, and we're talking about Fulham now in 10th place. This is the mostly new release kit, if you know what I mean. I think it was released yesterday at the time of recording, so it's a decent kit. I quite like it. The Fulham kits, they're always quite nice, but basic at the same time. And I think this one works. I think it was the one 2 seasons ago is really nice with a bit of red in it, but this is fine, I guess. I quite like the collar. I quite like the Adidas line that go down. It's simple, but I like it. Moving on to 9th place, and I've gone with Chelsea, which is a pretty nice kit, to be honest. I think the glow up from last season's kit to this season's kit is just so much better. You know, last season's kit was so bad, but it's actually decent. You know, I think the collar's not very good, how it doesn't really fully wrap around, and I think that pattern on it is probably a bit too prominent, so I'd probably like tone that down a bit. But apart from that, I think it's a really nice kit. 8th place now, I've gone with Crystal Palace, which I think is again a really nice kit. I think if it was a list for like best mottos to go with kits, if you know what I mean, I think Crystal Palace would win. Apparently, they've gone. I can't think if I can remember, because last season their kit was quite messy, the stripes, but this one is quite clean. And I think, that's what they're going to represent with their football, apparently. It's something like that. I can't really remember, but it's quite a nice kit. I like the white in it. I think it just works really well. Macron are amazing at the moment as well. Moving on to 7th place, and I've gone with Man United, which is, it's a pretty good kit, to be honest. Again, I definitely think this is better than the Liverpool kit. It's weird how people think it's not. I think Man United works so much better with black in their kit rather than white. I think now that I look upon it, last year's was such a bad kit, in my opinion. It just didn't really work well. But it's decent. I like the pattern in the sleeve cuffs. Apparently, it's something to do with Old Trafford, which is funny because I think it was yesterday I saw a Old Trafford Man United kit, and it's like I don't know what season it was, but I'll show a picture of what it looked like. But it was pretty cool, to be honest. I really liked it. 7th place now, and I've gone with Leeds, which I think is just really cool. I really like niche references in football kits, and this is like the most niche reference ever. Pattern on it is just the pattern that's in the tunnel underneath Ellen Road. Oh my god, I can't speak. But I like it. I think there probably needs to be a bit more blue, but apart from that, I think it's a perfect kit. There's only some little tiny details with it that's not amazing, which is, of course, there's not enough blue in my opinion. Moving into the top 5 now, and we have Arsenal up next, which is, I really like this kit. I think it was probably the first release kit I think it was, at least. But anyway, I really like the kind of gothic A that they've used from their old badge. I think that's a really cool reference. I think it works well. I like how they've dialed back a bit on the white as well, which I think was a bit much last season. And I like that they've gone back to their full badge this season as well. I think it just looks a lot nicer. And I also really like that collar as well. I think I've talked about that before. 4th place now, and I've gone with Aston Villa, which I think is a really nice kit. I've got a real soft spot on Aston Villa at the moment, and I think I might be going to Villa Park soon. But anyway, I really like the Villa Park references in it. It's like just a little thing on the sleeve cuff, which work really well, to be honest. And I really like it. I think they probably should have made the Adidas stripes claret and maybe put the pattern on the polo collar, but not polo collar, just a collar. But apart from that, I think it's a really nice kit. It works really, really well. Top 3 now, and we have drumroll, Notts Forest. I think it's a really nice kit. I really like the pinstripe, probably because it reminds us of our new home kit. But I think half of the pinstripes are white and the other half of dark red, which I think is really cool. And it works. I think the polo collar is also really nice, and I like how the badge is in a badge as well. I think that's really, really cool. So yeah, really nice kit. When I say 2nd place, of course you'll figure out what 1st place is if you're smart enough, and 2nd place is Newcastle. We'll get on to the 1st place. I really like this kit. I think it's one of those kits where you absolutely love it or you absolutely hate it. I think this kit is also really divided fans on football kits, and in my opinion, it's really nice. I really like it when Newcastle use blue in their kits just because they've got blue in their badge, and I think it works really well. I like how it's got a bit on the collar, a bit down the side of the kit, and I quite like the stripes as well. So yeah, really, really good job there, Newcastle. And of course, that means 1st place is Wolves, which I think is just amazing kit. I don't actually know what the pattern means. I think it's just a random fancy pattern, but it works really well. I think the new Wolves colour is amazing, that kind of lighter tone of it, which works really well. I think the polo collar is really nice as well, with the kind of little triangle that comes down. That's really nice. And I think Studio have done a really good job this time, so well done. Thank you so much for watching this video. A bit, quick fire, pacey video, but I kind of want to get this done because I think this is the 3rd time doing this video, which is a bit insane, but at least all of them are out, apart from Liverpool, which is pretty much out. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I'll probably do a championship one, maybe a Premier League away, or so and so on. But anyway, if you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe again. We're trying to get more subscribers than Man City fans before 2008. Of course, that's a joke. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.